no matter what. I am feeling great.
Hello friends, welcome back to Godlywood Studio and your favorite program Light of Knowledge. We are back with another episode, and in this episode also we are going to discuss about one of the basic human mood, that is the mood of obstinacy. As you all aware, the reason why we are going through every one of these moods because it gives us a lot of clarity, and these moods create such ripples in our mind, and these ripples go out and affect the whole world because it is always a silent communication. Even if I am not directly interacting with people, with the society, still I am doing it with my mind, and mind creates a lot of effect in the world because we all know that our mind is so immensely powerful. If it goes negative, still the world is affected, and we can affect the world in a positive way if we are able to channelize using the tool of spirituality. That is what we are trying to look at in this series of Light of Knowledge. So come, let us discuss about what obstinacy is, how damaging it can be, along with Rupa Behenji. Benji, welcome to the discussion.
Thank you.
Mood of obstinacy, as we all know, is quite damaging. So, what can be the damaging effects of being an obstinate person?
Let us understand the nature of the mood of obstinacy. Person who has got this kind of mood, he will stick on to his idea, where he may not allow other ideas to be accepting, or he is 100% determined that his thought has to be materialized, and for at any cost he will not give a space for other ideas to come, or he will not be having elasticity where he can just mix with all other people's idea and get the work done. This is the major effect, where in a group people may feel that he is too adamant, aggressive, and even some good ideas are coming from anywhere, from anybody, he is not able to accept. So this major damaging is breaking up in relationship.
That is, of course, a very damaging effect because we now have strained relationships everywhere. But before going into that, being adamant and persevering in what we are doing, persisting in what we are doing, I have an idea and I think that it will lead me to success. And even if there are many people who are trying to discourage me from that idea, still I am holding on to it, feeling inside that this is what is leading me to success. But you say that sometimes it becomes obstinacy. So how can I differentiate between being persistent, which is a good quality, and being obstinate, which is really bad?
If at all I am very clear about my vision, where I have to reach, I am very clear about the future. And if that is purposeful, meaningful, and also it is helpful for others as well as myself, then you can go ahead. But the
how
clarity should be very clear.
But if I am sure, suppose I am very sure that my idea which I am holding to is really good, but the whole of the society, at least the whole family, feels that no, this person is just being adamant, this is not the way. So should I change my view just to get the favor from my family, or should I hold on to what I believe?
You need not bow down to others because nobody is supporting you. If your vision is very clear with supporting values, your intention is something meaningful, and you are having confidence that you can reach that destiny, and which is not going to harm anybody. Rather, it is going to give good success to everybody. Or you may be a good example for others. If that is sure, then you need not bow down, but silently you have to take steps with determination.
So I think it is all a personal choice. It is all about my own clarity
Yes.
on what I am doing. Then what about obstinacy? How can I determine myself, looking into myself, that whether I am obstinate? What are those obstinate moods which I have?
In a gathering, in a family unit, in office, or wherever you are with other people associated and doing collective tasks, there this kind of mood is a hindrance.
Mm-hmm.
Though you are 100% right, yet you have to accept others' ideas also. And you have to take all people along with you. At that time, if you just remain adamant because you think what you are thinking is absolutely right, but that will not work all the time, because every individual would like to express their ideas and they want to make that idea materialized. Even it is small, but they would like to see it is happening and they feel happy with that. So we have to give a space for that. So in a gathering, like in any organization, you have to be polite with others and mix with everybody, and even other people are giving some suggestion, you know better than that, yet you have to be quiet at that time. Allow them to do first. When they fail and ask the suggestion, then you be ready to give.
Mm-hmm.
If that quality is there, then only in a big crowd or a group of people, organization, you will be respected.
So I need to have that much patience in order to wait until.
Not only patience, but you need not become adamant of your thought. Okay, if their thoughts are going to be materialized, their ideas are going to be materialized, okay, give a place. And let us see if it is successful, well and good. This acceptance and easiness should be there. During that time, I should not feel that my thoughts are not valued. And therefore, I cannot mix with them. And you should not create a barrier or damage your relationship. If at all I am very clear about what I have to do, but in a group, if I am immediately not given a chance, let me just move along with them. Wherever they stop, then let me be ready to help them, because I have already in me. Because you are intelligent and another person is having less ideas, I cannot just force that person, what I am thinking is absolutely right and you please do it. Initially, a person will not accept, because every individual has got their own ideas which they value for themselves and which they want to do it in practical and see the glory of success. So, if I have a positive side of this mood, obstinacy means be determined with your thought, but make sure what your idea is 100% righteous idea. It should not be like 10 people thinking other way and you are thinking something else. And when you are going to materialize that idea into practical form, that should not damage your organization or your group of people or individual. So if your idea is highly valuable and it is absolutely rewarding, then keep it ready all the time. But not necessary to force anybody to take it, because like a good businessman, he shows this is what I have, but people who are in need, they will come and buy. Similarly, what we have to do, we have this idea, we have this ability, we have this, but it is not necessary that I should be possessed with that. Obstinacy is I am possessed with that ability, possessed with my idea. And if that is not given value, I become upset, become mood off, and I may not be happy. I may not be mingling with people. Rather, I will turn away or give up the organization also and run away. So many such kind of reactive behavior.
Benji, having an obstinate person in the family, how can we deal with such a person? And especially when that person is the main breadwinner of the family, a very important factor in the family.
See, if we think a person who is the breadwinner and he is having such kind of mood, of course it's not so easy to handle with that kind of people. Yet there are some place or a space where we can politely share the ideas. Here what happens, if they have idea which has to be practically given a shape, if it is without ego, dominance, accept it. If they are thinking for the betterment of the family, then nothing harm. But if it is mixed with ego, dominance and self appreciation, and even if they are damaging somebody's life, yet they want to gain name and fame, if this kind of things are there, then we have to keep ourselves at least safe.
Because obstinacy can give rise to arrogance very quickly, and when somebody is giving their arrogant opinion, and we know that this is not the right way to speak, this is not the method, still at times we need to be quiet due to some or other reasons. So especially in the workplace, if we have a very tough boss or anyone who is having this arrogant mode, how can we deal with such? Because it is very different from the family atmosphere.
During that situation, you see arrogant behavior, because again coming back to the subtle ego. Or he or she may think that I am most eligible and I am having full power that I can use on anybody, and everybody should accept only what I say. Arrogance comes in another reason to hide some mistakes. When I am aggressive and arrogant, people will be afraid, so they don't want to think about my mistakes. Or if I do some mistakes also, if somebody is aware, then I will be more aggressive with that person, so that he will keep quiet with fear and he won't share that mistake with anybody.
Just to redirect the attention, the focus of people from myself. That is a very clever psychological trick. Benji, and we have a lot of people in the society doing that. So when somebody does that, when somebody shows such an arrogance just to hide their own mistakes, what should be the way to deal with such people?
We need not really open up their mistakes because already they are aware. Only they have a fear that.
But shouldn't I do something so that the other person know that no, your deception has not worked. I know why you are doing this. Shall we do something from our own part to make the other person realize, or should we just let it go? He will realize when the right time comes.
If that mistake is damaging the whole organization, if his mistake is damaging the staff at a stretch, all people are affecting, then there is a need to take step, but not individually. See, if you take step individually, then you become victim. You can be thrown out of the organization immediately because he is the boss, he has the power. So, first of all, we have to see how much damage it is taking, or give a chance, little more time that they can set right themselves. Or you can silently give a note on your table, no? Without writing the name. That is also one way, that anonymously, without any particular name of the person.
When you're talking about this mode of communication, it suddenly struck me that when we cannot tell something openly at the moment when that is happening, when he is all flared up with his ego and his arrogance, maybe we can take some another time to send an email or write something to make that person understand that this is the effect you have made and this is not good, so that he may be able to realize.
See, sending email without name or with name, it will flare him up more.
With name, with proper all the credentials satisfied.
See, whenever a person is in highest position, the person who is working below him, he cannot point out his mistake directly. Even his mistake is damaging, I cannot say that this is the mistake you have done and please take care of it. Only the thing is, I can ask what is the benefit you can give where the damage is taken place. How to set right this damage. I have to ask the solution of the part of the problem. Not that you have already committed a mistake and please take care of it. So this, of course, damaging his ego. Ego person, you see how we compare. He is holding a pot made up of mud on his head. And once you give such kind of suggestion, means the pot will be just broken. That means artificial image that they carry will be damaged. So that hurts them more. So instead of that, you tell your grievance that this is the occasion where I suffered like this. Whose mistakes? I don't know. Whether you know or not, you are well aware whose mistake is that. But no boss will commit, no, yes, I have committed this mistake, usually.
Here, Benji, you are giving the example of a boss who is being obstinate. But it can be someone else who is not in the upper hierarchy in the professional world. So, what steps can we take so that we can make him or her understand this is not the right way to do things?
See, if they are not in high position, okay, have good friendly relation with them. If a child has done some mistake, so I can lovingly tell that child that this is the method that you have to do, and the wrong method is this. If the equal ones have committed some mistakes, then it should be very friendly. You nowhere with anybody, you cannot directly point out that this is the mistake you have done, because that hurts their ego or self-respect. Though they are aware that what the mistake they have done or not, but if somebody points out, that becomes like a shaking of their thoughts or feelings. So without hurting their feelings, if you know the art or a method, the beautiful words, how you put up. See, even somebody has done one mistake, then first appreciate 10 good things he has done. Then you say, this one part, how did you that you have not done perfectly? I think this also, if you are done, it will be better and it would have been best. Then he will accept, okay, yeah, 10 things he has appreciated. Only one point he has made me realize that which is wrong. With deep good wishes, not that making him hurt. I don't want to pinpoint, but it is because for his betterment. Your intention should be very pure. Then only it will work. And that's what God teaches here. And every day what we listen to Godly Flute of Knowledge, this is what God corrects us. Each day. Each day He gives what is mistake and what you have to do, what not to do. But no child feels that He is correcting us. He is dominating us. He is pinpointing us. But we all dance while listening. Why? Because it is so soothing and we feel happy. Oh yes, this is what we have to correct ourselves. Okay, tomorrow we are going to do. From today we are going to do. So if we can apply the same method with fellow beings, I think we will be successful.
When you're coming back into the family, because that is the place where all the problem starts. So there are a lot of obstinate children which cause a lot of headache to parents. And maybe, I don't know, sometimes it may be because of the wrong way of handling also. But if there are children in the family who are very obstinate, who are not taking any kind of advice, then how can we control them, or can we do something so that they realize and come to the right path? What attitude should parents adopt?
See, no need of controlling children. Because already they have stick on to one thought, right? That's why we are telling they are obstinate children. Whatever they are demanding, they are confirmed that I want this, I want to do this. We have to find out why they are demanding that. If it is too bad, then postpone it. Instead of saying that no, at least postpone with some good reason. Then the pressure of the demand will come down. Later you have a chance to make them understand why it is not good. When they are demanding with force, at that time you say no, then their feelings will be hurt. Again they will demand more, or they say if you don't give, then I will do in my own way. I will earn money somehow. I will go and ask to somebody. Whatever the reasons, this is the way that present children are expressing and making parents feel fear. Even sometimes if the parents don't accept what they are demanding, then immediately they say, if you don't give this, if you don't fulfill this, then we'll leave the home and go. Or they will threaten. You do like this, one day you will not see me.
Maybe Benji, this is also a kind of emotional blackmailing, and it takes a strong heart from the side of the parents not to give in for such temptations, because after all, it is their own child, their own blood, who is making such unreasonable demand. So, how can we tackle this situation?
See, it is very difficult situation for parents to handle. Even if they fulfill, then it is difficult because it may damage the child. If they don't fulfill, they have a fear that something wrong steps the child can take. So at that time, only the best advice is, first of all, you become strong in thought and give positive vibration to that child to calm down. For that, first choice is postpone. Okay, I will think over it. Let me see after 1 week. I will definitely do what you are telling. Don't commit again. See, commitment is I will go, I will do it. But I will think and how I can fulfill and what I have to do. You give me little time. So this space of time, 1 week, 1 month, how much ever according to the demand. So till that time, the child's temperament is going down. You have a choice to observe that child. Many times, youth nowadays, even not only college students, but after 6th standard, 7th standard also, they are engrossed with wrong company and then come and ask many wrong demands from parents. And this is what is happening in many families where parents are totally unaware where my child is going.
Definitely, because it takes a lot of patience and, as you said, presence of mind, especially to raise children. It is a good practice which some of the Western countries have heard. I haven't heard it happening in India very much. Young couple, when they get married, they take a course in psychology of how to rear children. That is a very positive step from their part. I hope that in India also such a practice should come. Benji, talking about the spiritual parlance, using the tool of spirituality, using the tool of meditation, how can we channelize this trait of obstinacy?
See, in meditation, first step, we are creating positive thoughts in our mind. Meditation practice itself is generating positive thoughts, where we fill ourselves with positive energy. So whenever such kind of situation occur in anybody's family, if one person in the family is a good yogi who knows how to meditate or practicing meditation from long time, he will be a great resource or a help or a support to such situation. Because whenever the negative vibration, negative demand is coming from other person, if I have positive thoughts, positive vibration, definitely I can minimize the temperament or control that person with the vibration. This happens in many families. People who come for regular classes, parents in Brahma Kumaris, their children, of course, some people are naughty, some people are demanding. And I have heard many young boys who, if they don't fulfill their demand, they will bring one knife and show to mother that you don't fulfill, then here is the knife in my hand. Even such situation, people have come to me and asked the suggestion. At that time, I have given this a practical instant I am sharing with you. So I have advised that lady, just be fearless and give just drishti, positive drishti. Drishti means the vision through eye contact, thinking this is a child of God, a point of light soul, not my son or daughter. So looking at the soul as a point of light and just passing vibration of positive thoughts, not allowing the self to be fearful, then the miracle took place. That boy who wanted to show the knife with creating fearful atmosphere, he just pushed it down and then he said, sorry mom, I don't want anything from you. This happened very practically.
That Benji is really a very practical and very usable solution, a very practical form of changing the other person, we can say, transforming the other person without using violence or shouting. Thanks a lot for coming here and sharing all this wonderful knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that's all, friends, for today. It was another fruitful discussion. Obstinacy, when we hold on to it, can be really damaging, and especially in families when children show this mood of obstinacy. We need to have a lot of control and patience. Parents need to be very careful here because it is the season of intolerance going all around. So we have to look into our own mind to find that resource. We have storehouses of wisdom inside us, but it takes a little bit of time to sit and reflect on these wonderful topics which we are discussing so that it becomes an advantage to our future. So thanks a lot for being with us in today's journey, and I hope you will continue with us in the whole of this series so that we can get insight into even more basic human instincts. Thanks a lot for joining once again. Any queries, any doubt, please feel free to email us or write to us. Thank you very much.